This video is a work in progress of a demo I've been throwing together in Unity to familiarize myself with its capabilities and use of C# and shaders. I made this Microsoft Surface Studio to serve as a hub for the demos. The screen is using an object space Unity canvas with standard UI objects, and the date and time are pulled in real time from my workstation. Emulating Windows, when I click on the splash screen, we're presented with a start screen, and each of these tiles represents a demo. At this time, I only have 3 that are worth showing. And in no particular order, we'll start with Flora. This example demonstrates creating and animating geometry procedurally. While I used a DCC to expedite the process, I'm confident that it can be done almost entirely in Unity. These vines are created and animated via Max scripts, supplied only with a set of guides, splines, and a leaf geometry. The vines are smooth bound to bones with no morphing or blend shapes in use. To remove the vines from scene, I use a dissolve shader, which uses alpha clip in the shader, and a color ramp along the edge to create kind of a burn effect. It's something that you see common in quite a few games today and over the past few years. Let me show you that one more time. Okay, next up is Atlas. And this was really just a excuse to play with sci-fi holograms and their shaders. All the stars twinkle, and that's done in the shader. They fade off on the edge of their geometry, and they fade whenever the camera gets close to it. Simply provides a nice backdrop for the map itself. The sun and planets used for now, screen space masking and animated fluctuations in the shader to help sell that holographic look. The sun itself also uses a noise map that's being cycled with a color ramp to help provide that kind of hot magma look to it. The graphics around the planets and suns face the camera via C# scripts and share some of the same basic shader components as the sun, planets, and all of the orbit trails. The planet orbits, as well as the scaling up and scaling down of the entire hologram, are all handled in C#. I'll show you that one more time. So drawing it on and then taking it off. Okay, last but not least is Friends. And I thought, what demo wouldn't be complete without blowing something up? And here I provide 3 levels of destruction: fracture, small explosion, big explosion. We'll start with fracture. As the computer is fractured, each of the fragments are turned live and simulated. There's a reticle that appears, and it brightens whenever it is over something that can be interacted with. And this shows that the pieces are live and they can receive a pulse that I can provide to move them around. And no matter where they lay, I can pull them back together. And I do that by clicking on this hologram, and they'll reassemble. And again, that works for any of the levels of destruction. So here's the medium explosion. You can see this time quite a few pieces fell out onto the floor. And then, of course, the large explosion, which has a shockwave, and some of the pieces fall all the way out to the edge of the light cone. And again, they'll all come back together. And the way that's done is there's a fractured version of the computer, and when the game starts up, I store all of the positions or rotations of those fragments into a dictionary, and then at reassembly time, I simply lerp between the position of the fragment back to the position or rotation that I had stored in that dictionary when the game started up. And just perform that over a period of time, and there it is. So anyways, thanks for watching, and if you have any feedback for me, questions or whatever, I'd appreciate to hear from you. Thanks for watching.